John Ryan, I'm not going to let you off the hook. You left Ireland to start a company in 1974. Has there's the news and some of the people in the audience have been talking about young people leaving Ireland again to start companies. Do you see that happening, or has anything changed since you left to start your company in 1974?
Well, clearly the current economic crisis in Ireland is causing more people to emigrate. A few years back, it was delightful to see that people were coming back to Ireland to start companies, to build families and whatever. And now, unfortunately, there's evidence that that's reversing again. But I would simply like to say that to the extent that they have to do that, they are generally very well prepared. The Irish educational system gives a very good foundation in mathematics and sciences, in my view, a lot better than the basic education one gets in America. And great universities like Stanford notwithstanding, at the lower levels, I think the teaching of science and mathematics in America is inferior to what it is in Ireland. So Irish immigrants to America and elsewhere have a real opportunity to succeed. They should be not at all intimidated by their perception that they're surrounded by geniuses from wonderful universities. They may be, and that is true to some extent, but that should not intimidate them. There are all kinds of opportunities there that they will do very well at. And hopefully when the crisis abates, they'll turn around and come back to Ireland again.
Rich, I'd just say real quickly on Farmley, I wasn't there, but I was at McDade's where we had some good ideas also. And
very creative.
And one fellow said something that I think goes through all of our minds, particularly when we're looking at government, and I've been there. Do something. Don't be paralyzed by a crisis. You're always going to have limited resources. Find the best people and back their ideas. And I would say the underlying thing in most people in the diaspora is we do not want to participate or sit by idly and create a larger diaspora. We want to export ideas from Ireland and companies being nurtured from Ireland, not more people like our grandparents. And I think the proof in the pudding for Farmley, we won't have to wait 50 years for some historian. We're going to know quite quickly. And again, the ITLG has done things since Farmley, like the Irish Innovation Center and investing in certain companies that have been action, not paralysis.
Well, Kingsley quoted George Bernard Shaw. I'm not a Shaw scholar, but the great American baseball coach, Casey Stengel, said, some people make things happen, some people watch things happen, and some people say, what happened? And so what can we make happen is the question. What can the diaspora help to make happen? You know, we've all been to a lot of meetings, we've all been to a lot of conferences, we've all been on a lot of panels, we've all given a lot of talks. So what can the diaspora, especially in Silicon Valley, help make happen?
Come on, that's why we're here.
I
mean, if there's a difference between the two countries, and I listed all the similarities, we're in the same hole, and we've got to stop digging and start doing something different. If there's one advantage U.S. has, it's in fact the innovation, commercialization, entrepreneurship. I mean, it has that advantage over just about every place in the world. Now, the rest of the world is starting to catch up. The Chinese are getting very entrepreneurial. The Russians are trying to get entrepreneurial. The Saudis, for crying out loud, are worried about their future, so they're building a brand new science and technology university with a $10 billion endowment for their future. So if there's anything we as a group can do, it's what John makes us do when we come to Ireland each year, and it's
This is it.
Bring the innovation, expertise, the entrepreneurial expertise, the mentoring expertise, the Silicon Valley expertise. Bring that to Ireland and start to plant those seeds and get those seeds growing. And that's going to be what Ireland is in the future, if Ireland is going to be successful in the future. There's no other way. So you know, Mr. Hardnett, you're doing a good job. We'll come back, but that's what we're doing.